Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is up? What is up? What's going on, everybody? Good Monday evening. Good Mets off day and off day. I think we're all welcoming today. Usually we don't like off days. We want to see our team play every day. That's what sports fans. That's what you are, and especially with baseball, where you're used to getting a game every day. You don't like when your team has a day off, but the way that this team is playing, I'm not sure I can stand to watch them anymore. So I welcome the off day, and I'm pretty sure my partner Eddie feels the same way. Eddie, how you doing, brother? It's been a while, man.
It's been a minute. In life is going well, but being a life, the life part of it, being a Met fan, is going absolutely horrible for me right now. I am in a very bad state of mind when it comes to the New York Mets. I'm very unhappy. I have a lot of complaints, and I'm not holding back anymore. Enough's enough. I'm fucking furious with this team, and to me, changes need to be made. It's as simple as that. Changes need to be made. You can't win 3 times out of your last 16 games. 3 and fucking 13 over their last 16. That's what this team is. They're a fucking joke right now. They're a joke.
Sorry, bad timing there for a call. Nah, man, listen, I feel your frustration. I share a lot of your frustration. I'm sure a lot of the people that are coming in watching tonight are gonna share a lot of that frustration. Um, and it happens so fast. It happens so fast, and it progressively happened at the same time. But last time we did a show, yeah, we were a little like some
When
things
was
to
our
me.
last show? Right after the Rays series, right? Was that it?
Correct. Yes.
Right,
When
where they
the
lost
losing.
3 in a row, and you're like, okay, they kind of got the better of us. They scored, and these things happen. That's what that show was. Here we
Right.
are, 13 days later, and I couldn't feel worse about this team.
No, absolutely. And that show, like we were saying, we had just come off a 7 game winning streak. So yeah, we lost three, we got swept, not ideal. But turning around here, you're gonna go face Atlanta. Let's go out there and make a statement, right? I was out here talking about let's make a statement. And we made a statement, all right. And a statement that we made, none of us likes. We made a statement that we're not good enough. That when it comes to facing the Braves, even though we beat them last year to make it into the playoffs, we're not as good as them. That's a statement that we made, and that's a statement that I like, and it's made us very frustrated. And then it's the way that we play these games, and part of it is the offense, which has been brutal all year. Right, we wanted the back of the pitching,
Busted.
a pitching that we knew that wasn't going to be able to sustain what they were doing. I kept talking about, yeah, listen, Eddie, and the good thing is that we had these five. These guys should be five, maybe even six starters.
Right.
Maybe a fourth starter, and they're performing at a high two level, whatever the case may be. So if they level out, it should be okay. But man, not only did they level out, but then you had injury. But again, it's like I was saying, and shout out to Rob and Hayden. I just did another show with them a little while ago. They invited me on, and we were losing these games, and you were losing 10-8, 6-4, 7-5. Maybe you win a couple that way. Then you say, you know what? It's a tough stretch. We're not playing great, but it's mainly the pitching. But it's not that.
It's not that.
It's everything. It's the defense. It's the base running. It's the managing. It's the coaching. It's
The
the continuous
pitching, the
not.
bullpen,
Yeah.
the hitting with runners in scoring position. It's fucking everything. We are a sinking ship right now. That's what the New York Mets are. They are a sinking ship, and unless they make some dramatic fucking changes, this season is about, it looks like we're about to go off the rails. Now, some people may say, oh, Eddie, there's still 12 or 13 games over 500. Great. But it was all well and good when we were beating Colorado and beating all these, and Pittsburgh. But now we just got swept by Pittsburgh. They beat their shit out of us. Who do we score? 4 runs the entire series? It's a fucking mess. And they are not only playing down to their competition, they are playing below it, and they are playing absolutely terrible baseball, and it couldn't come at a worse time. Couldn't come at a worse time. I expect I expected some leveling off, like you mentioned with the pitching. I expected some of that. But to lose the way you're losing in this manner, it can't continue. Hector, the Mets have scored 5 runs only 2 times over these last 16 games. 5 fucking runs, which usually is enough to win you a game. They've only scored 5 runs 2 times over the last 16 games. This team needs changes, and they need them immediately because this fucking team sucks. They're playing gutless, they're playing lifeless, and they're playing with no balls and no enthusiasm, nothing. Nothing.
No, man.
Nothing.
I don't even know what to add to that because you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And of course, when you're playing bad, when you're losing, it looks worse. A lot of time, it looks like you don't care. It looks like you have no heart. And we know that probably isn't necessarily the case, but that's what it feels like. That's what you're portraying out there. And then when you make some of the mistakes that this team is making, it just doesn't make you feel any better. But when we talk about changes,
How about we start with the hitting coach? How about start right there? That's an
you want
easy
to
fix.
you want to fire the
Fire
head.
these fucking guys. Fire them
Is
both.
it is it really an easy fix though, Eddie? We saw the Texas Rangers fire the hitting coach. Are they doing any better? I saw somebody
No,
posted their
but you know
numbers.
what? It can't. What are you getting now? What are we getting? Again, like I said, in 16 games, they've scored 5 runs twice. Twice. One of them was a win, the other one was a loss. We can't keep this up. And shame on me. Shame on me for saying that this team was an elite team. Shame on me. Shame on me
That's
for believing in this fucking garbage. We're
that's what
lucky.
I've been saying.
We're lucky to be a wild card team right now.
Yeah. Listen, I feel the same way, man. He always say, no, there's a team that learned how to win. There's a team that now has leadership. There's a team that won't let things spiral out of control. And it's exactly what they've done. We talk about leaders, right? Every time Francisco Lindor gets a hit, drives in a go ahead run. I gotta see a million posts about that's the captain. Put the C on him. I don't see that right now. What's the captain right now? And I'm not talking about getting hits. I'm talking about accountability. Okay, they called the meeting. But even last night, listen, and I appreciate Francisco Lindor, the fact that he's there after every game.
Okay,
The,
great. I mean, they're all
the
both there after every game. They had the players only meeting. That did nothing. What the fuck? So this is what this comes down to now. If you're this bad for this long, now you got to fucking take accountability, and it starts in the front office. You take accountability and you address the problems they have. And the problems they have are very simple. We don't have a third baseman. We have a decent center fielder, but he could be upgraded. We need help with the rotation, and we need a lockdown play. We need a couple arms out of that bullpen. That's not an easy fix. That's a big fix. But go out there and get somebody in here because this shit is not working. And I want to make the playoffs. I want to win. I'm sick and tired year in and year out fucking dealing with this fake hope, false hope. You get your hopes up. You're 22 games over 500, and then you just pitch that away. You let Atlanta, who was dead and buried, you let them right back in. They fucking beat you 5 games in a row before you even fucking showed something. Right now, the Atlanta Braves are better than the New York Mets. That's right. Even though they're 7 games under 500, they are better than the New York Mets. This is a fucking joke.
No. But what I was gonna say
The
about
defense
Lindor,
is, like you said, the defense stinks. The base running stinks. What do we do? My answer, go out, find the best third baseman you could find, and fucking trade some of these kids. Get rid of them. We know they provided depth, but you know what? We need guys in here that will know how to win. We can't be fucking around. We're trying to win a title. You spent $360 million on the team. You spent almost $1 billion in the offseason. Get this thing right. It starts with David Stearns. This is all on David fucking Stearns. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm getting upset. But what I'm watching is unwatchable. It's unwatchable. They need somebody in this clubhouse that's going to fucking come in and fucking put his fucking balls down and say, I got you. I'm going to help you out. I don't want these fucking kids coming, but this guy plays one day, this guy plays another day, and at the end, you get a fucking bad result. Beatty, Mauricio, Vientos. What have we gotten out of these guys? Nothing. Go out there and find somebody that's going to fucking come in here and hold these guys accountable and that can actually hit the fucking baseball with runners in scoring position. We need help because after 5 in that lineup, it sucks. Excuse me for getting upset, but I'm allowed to crash out. I'm allowed to because I spent 16 days watching this team, dying to have a fucking show, dying to fucking come on here. And this is just built up rage from what I've been watching. And I know you're at the games. I know you feel it too, Hector. I know you feel it because you don't see the accountability either. There's none.
Nah, bro, I'm right there with you. I'm just letting you do your thing. I'm right there with you. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie, and I probably shouldn't have done it, but I did a blood thoughts last night because I couldn't take it anymore. And I had my crash out. I did a stream, like I said. Bob hit me up earlier and said, "Yo, you want to come on?" I went on, and I crashed out a little bit there. But I'm right there with you, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating where like some of the guys are saying, and what I was trying to say about Lindor is before you went off, good stuff. Hold on, let me forgot to do this beforehand. But dude, again, I appreciate accountability. Lindor, Nimmo, all that stuff. A lot of times I agree with him. A lot of times he agrees with me when I get on him, going back through all these years. Right? I used to tell people, like, you guys are getting on me because I'm too critical of Lindor, but he's saying the same things I'm saying. He's telling you he can be better and needs to be better. But this here is the kind of stuff that makes me sick. And it's always made me sick when they tell me about we're putting in the work and process and stuff like that,
Great.
and they're never willing to say, no, you know what? Maybe we do need to look at the way we're doing things. And it goes to what we're talking about here with the hitting coaches. As he was asked, not necessarily the hitting coaches should be fired because they're not going to ask him that. But do you need to look at the way you're doing things and maybe make some changes, make some adjustments? His answer, like many things Mets right now, made me sick. Check it out.
Do you think something has to change about the offensive approach, or do you just stick with what you've been
I
doing?
mean, the coaches have done a really good job of preparing us. They're giving us everything that we can ask for, and we're just going out there, and it's on us. It's on me to execute. Um,
He's not lying. It is on them to execute. But don't tell me they're giving you everything you because you're it's not working.
He's
Either the
not
message is not
executing.
working, the
He's not
approach is not working.
executing.
I understand that. He's saying they're not executing. I get it. But besides that, don't tell me you don't need to adjust. Because maybe you do need to adjust. Maybe you're not executing because what you're trying to execute it doesn't work for you. So that's what drives me crazy. I'm okay with him saying, I'm not getting the job done. I need to execute. Okay, why? Why aren't you executing? That's what I want to know. Don't tell me the coaches are doing a good job. They're giving everything we need. Maybe they're not. Maybe the controlled aggression approach, the swinging early encounters that you guys are trying to do is not working. So that's something worth talking about and maybe looking at it and saying, you know what? Maybe overall this is what we still want to do. But right now, when we're fucking getting our asses handed to us every single night and falling behind in games and we're playing still like if it's we have a lead, it don't matter if it's 5-1, either way, is the same approach. That drives me crazy. So don't tell me you're not gonna make adjustments, Francis Golendor. Let me finish
the
finish
game
it out
plan
here.
today, I felt like got the pitches that I wanted. I just didn't execute. So
Thanks.
that's what it comes down to, execution. The coaches are doing a fantastic job. Everybody here is
Have
preparing.
they
It's
really?
just a matter of executing, especially for me.
Do you think
The
the
coaches
Sun
have
has
done a fantastic job. Everybody always does a fantastic job. The other team does a fantastic job. Tip my cap to the other guy. Tip this cap here. Tip this cap there.
No. How about holding guys accountable? How about that? You're not hitting? Have a fucking seat.
Yeah, I mean, and he's quick to give credit when he gets a winning hit. Well, I couldn't have gotten the hit if this guy was
Yeah.
this. I couldn't have did that. Well, how about you say, you know what? Yeah, the bottom of the lineup, they need to be a little bit better. Just like I need to be better. Soto can be better. We can all be better. It's okay to say that, man. Stop BSing us all the time.
I
And
don't
I'm not
need to
even
hear
saying he's
this.
BSing us because I'm not saying he's BSing us. I'm saying I appreciate a lot of what he says in these post games. But sometimes, like, yo,
It
my dude,
gets played out.
yeah, I would rather him not even speak sometimes. Just don't even speak. Let people crash out that he's not speaking. Because there's scripted stuff every day gets played out, like you just said. So trust me, I share your frustration, man. I share your frustration. And we got to be fair. We got to be fair. Yes, there's been regression. Maybe we could say Griffin Canning was never going to be what he was doing.
What's his status, by the way, with Canning? How long is he out for?
He's out for the year. He's out for
He's
the year.
done, right? Okay.
He's done. He's done. It's a Jason Tatum injury. He's out for the year.
That's
So but we can't ignore that there has been injury. McGill, whom everybody couldn't stand, I'm sure, and me, this is me, Pete. If you're watching, Joe, if you're watching, this is Heck, who tells you every day, don't tell me to sign up for crap because I'm not going to sign up for anything. I'm going to ask you, how did we get there? Well, right now, I would sign up for a Tyler McGill start this weekend.
Me too. Me too. He's better than what the fuck else they're trotting out there.
Better than Paul Blackburn, that's for sure.
Right. But thank you. Right there. Fucking DFA to Sky Blackburn. He is useless. Get him the fuck out of here. I don't want to see that guy pitch another fucking game. Hey, I'll take it if he's a fucking long reliever and they need somebody for that. Other than that, this guy should not start a meaningful inning for the Mets. If you have the lead or you got to keep a lead, do not give me fucking Paul Blackburn on that mound. You need to win a game. I don't want that fucking guy pitching. He's a loser. He's a fucking loser. He sucks. The fuck out of here, Paul Blackburn. That was a terrible signing by them, by the way. Terrible. You can read that to me because this is too much.
No. Frank is just basically echoing what we're saying. Yeah, listen. Mania, Montas done before the season. You know what I'm saying? Holmes, Kenny McGill.
Can we go over right now what we have in the starting rotation? Can we clarify that? Because I don't know what the fuck's going on with the starting rotation. So who is it? Who is the starting five? And I want you to include the injury guys too. Okay? I want everybody included because I want to know what the fuck we have. Because right now, to me, it looks like we don't got much.
No. If you include the injury guys, you got obviously Kodai Senga.
Okay.
You got
Senga, when's he coming back? How long?
He has
2 weeks?
He's not even in the no. You crazy? Not even in a rehab program yet.
Okay. Horrible. Next.
You got Senga. You got Mania.
When's he
Who had
coming
a
back?
setback. We'll see. Then see if he's gonna throw a rehab game sometime this week, and see when he makes it back. But they feel good
He's
about
at least 2-3 weeks away. Correct? A month away, probably. Next.
Maybe faster. Who knows? They feel good about it. I don't. Then you have Griffin Canning.
Canning, done. Goodbye.
Done for the year.
Nice knowing you.
You got Tyler McGill, who since he went down, haven't heard anything about him.
Do we know when he's going to come back?
No. We haven't heard any updates, nothing.
This is four fucking guys now.
That's 4 guys.
And we have to wait at least a month to get back. How the fuck do you expect to win games like that?
Yeah.
Like I said, this ship is sinking. And the offense isn't helping. They don't help. So after that, after Canning, now what do we got? McGill. He's going to be out till when?
No, we just said no.
No date
McGill, there's no update, no nothing,
or
no
probably
nothing
a
on McGill.
month. Who's after
No nothing
that?
on McGill.
Clay Holmes, he's good. Okay.
So
Next.
after that, you got Holmes, who's a question mark in his own right? Because
Right.
the
Because of the
innings,
innings
whatever,
pitch.
whatever. Boom. So you have that. Let's see. Actually, let's go by who's pitching this series. Let's do it like that. How about we do that? Oh my God, heck, my bad. As I was trying to have something else ready here, but we'll go back to that if we need it. So tomorrow you got Holmes.
Okay. So there's one good pitcher. Next.
Wednesday you got someone who probably should not be getting another start. Who maybe they need to go back and say, you know what,
Don't tell me
it's
it's
time.
fucking Blackburn.
No, it's Blake Tidwell.
Tidwell, he's another guy. Question mark. Okay. Next.
Then you got someone who, for a while, was doing pretty damn good. Was stepping up to the challenge that we've been putting out to him since the preseason. It
Yeah.
was
And then he
being that
shit
ace.
the fucking bed as
And then
usual.
he gave us a complete game and has had a rough time since then. My guy, David Peterson.
Peterson.
Oh, listen, I
So,
still believe in turning around. Go out there on Wednesday and do what you do.
so that's two starters. Next.
After that, you, oh my God. This is when it gets fun. You have Frankie Montas
Okay. I can deal with Montas. Three. Next.
and your boy Paul Blackburn.
Oh my God. So we have four starting pitchers that are healthy right now. Four.
Five, five. You're
Who's
ignoring
the fifth?
Tidwell. Tidwell.
Oh my God. So really, we have three fucking major league starters that are available. That's the boat we're in. David Stearns, go out, get a fucking trade for an arm. I don't give a shit what the price is. It doesn't have to be a fucking Cy Young Award winner. Get somebody that a team wants to dump with salary. Do that. Just get somebody. Just like the Devers deal. They wanted to dump
Yeah,
that
but when you
salary.
say that, when you say that, because I've heard some names that I want no part of. Andrew
Such
Heaney,
as,
Andrew Heaney, Charlie Morton. Who else?
I would take Charlie Morton right now. I don't know what his ERA is. I don't know what kind of season he's been having. But he's better than fucking Paul Blackburn. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Well, Dolo's and Easy saying Zach Gallen in the comments. Yeah, I don't guess Zach Gallen, is he really available though? Everybody expects these teams to sell, but these teams that are just hanging around, are they gonna really sell? But at the same time, I keep saying this. It is on David Stearns to go out there and convince these teams to sell. Go out
Yes.
there and convince these teams that it's in their best interest to trade you, whoever the hell it is that you want.
This is
Because you
his
cannot sit
fucking
around and
job,
wait.
Hector.
I
This
know.
is his job to put together a winning baseball team. Right now, we have a collection of broke down, fucking beat up, tons of miles. That's what we have. That's our starting fucking. We have a starting three. These guys got to get up here. And if they can't, if they're a month away, you better make a move because we're going to be fucking 10 games out if we keep this shit up. That's the way I feel. You may feel differently. I feel
Even
like the fucking ship. I feel like we got to put a ticket to the Titanic. That's how I feel right now. I'm disgusted.
And that's why we got to be fair too, right? As upsetting as it is, as frustrating it is to watch this NF offense. Oh, but Washington had a great June. To watch this NF offense, the reality is that the injuries to the rotation
I've
and
caught
then
up.
the regression, well, the regression kind of caught up. The
Yes.
injuries have just derailed this
The
team,
injuries are
you know.
killing them, Hector.
And then, something that we were worried about from early on, and it was, the stress on the bullpen. That's showing up. as
You-
we see with Garrett
Oh, look
struggle.
at Rosenbaum.
We see
He's
Roger
walking
Bond
everybody
struggle.
now.
Right,
He never
right.
walked guys early in the season.
But I'm not gonna give up on him though. You know, since he's some
I'm
people,
not
I'm
giving up on him either.
DFA him. No, I'm not gonna DFA him.
No, I'm not even mentioning that. I'm just saying the guy's workload is catching up to him. It's as
Yeah,
clear
I
as
know. I'm not
day.
saying that you're saying that. I'm just saying you see that because that's what we are. That's what we want right now. DFA this guy, DFA that guy, DFA that. And it's like no, Boston can still be a big part of this team, but we
And he
need
is.
help.
He is a big
We
part of this
need
team.
help. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
We
man,
need help.
do you think they should think about sending down Budo and stretching him out? Because he can start.
Well,
I mean, is it,
I've suggested that a couple of times. I forget to, but
we never talked
I don't
about
know.
that.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know he's great in the bullpen, but right now we need fucking 5-6 innings. 6 innings really would be better. And we know he's done it before. Budo's got sent down, stretched out. It's not the worst option in the world. At least you know what you get.
You know what though, Eddie? How about calling up one of these young guys, right? Because in the offseason, when they took the approach that they took, they also told us that they believe in some of these young guys, and they feel like some of these young guys are
Do
close,
you
right?
believe in them?
Well, I'm talking about the pitchers. I'm not talking about we know the position players haven't panned out. But one thing this organization has always done historically
Pitching.
is develop pitching.
Correct.
We got a couple of young guys down there that are killing it right now.
Who?
And Nolan McLean and Jonathan.
Who is it?
Nolan McLean or Jonathan.
Okay. How old are these guys? How many
I don't give a
starts
damn
in
how old they
AAA
are.
have they made?
I don't give a damn how old they are. I don't give a damn how many starts
Well,
they made.
have they been in AAA for a minute, Heck? Is what I'm asking.
I see other teams call guys up from AA all the time.
Right.
I read an article in the offseason how their approach was to draft these guys that have been through college 2-3 years because they're more
They're
mature
more ready.
and ready to come to the big league sooner.
Right.
Right? Are we gonna face a guy in Zarowski? I don't know much about him, but I keep hearing about. He's one of these young guys that just got recently drafted and is already in the major leagues.
Bring them up.
So
Bring them up.
you know what I'm saying?
We need help in the worst way. We need. I'm fucking losing my voice.
So I would say bring them up. I'm not sure. I'll look them up and see how old they are and stuff like that. Let me ask you this, and I see somebody just mentioned it there. I mentioned it the other day somewhere. Somebody tried to chop my head off. Would you have any interest in trading for Aroldis Chapman for the bullpen?
Yes.
I would.
Yes. 100%. I always liked him.
I don't think we heard you. What was that?
100% yes. Give me Chapman.
Nolan McLean is 23 years old. Nolan McLean is 23 years old.
Who's Chapman pitching for?
Shit. That's a good question. I forget.
Is he on?
Is he on the Red Sox
I
right
feel like he's out west.
No, he's on the Red Sox, I think.
Right.
Yeah, Boston.
There you go. There you go.
He's on Boston.
Boston.
So McLean looks like he's 2-4 in Syracuse with a 2.72 ERA.
Look.
9 games, 7 starts, 49 innings, 45 strikeouts.
That's not bad. It's not bad. What are we doing?
He has given up 5 home runs.
That's not awful. I mean, it's not great, but it's not awful.
Right. So that's that. I see highlights of these kids all the time. Every day it feels like. Let's see. You're bringing up all these other dudes that are just hanging on to their minor league career. Bring me one that's doing well.
How about Sprout? How's he doing down there?
Well, Sprout
he was supposed to be the next big thing.
Yeah, he wasn't doing too good. I think he has turned it around. I see Frank just say he threw 101 miles
Oh,
per hour.
okay.
His last start, and he's almost 25.
Yeah.
So I
I
guess
worry
he's
about the
really
walks with that guy. He walks a lot of guys, from my memory.
Jonathan. I guess is Jonathan is 22. Is that too young? I don't know.
Whoa, I don't care if they're fucking 60. The New York Mets need to piece this starting rotation together for another month until the deadline. Get to the fucking deadline, play fucking at least 500 ball, and then go in and make a move. Preferably before the deadline.
Now Jonathan is in Double A.
Okay.
He hasn't seen Triple A yet. He has a 1.73 ERA down there.
Well, it's better than what we have up here. It's
His
better than
minor league
all Blackbird.
ERA, his career ERA in the minors in 2023 is 2.87, bro.
That's
Bring
not
him
bad.
up, damn it! Bring him
Not
up.
bad.
He's 6-3 this year in 14 games. Let's see here.
We need help. We need help. I'm like I feel like I'm on the fucking Titanic. I need help. Help me. Help me.
Yeah.
Can't keep up with this. I'm going to have a heart attack. I agree.
But yeah, man. But listen, one disappointment, and we haven't spoken since then. But I'm pretty sure you were on board with Francisco Alvarez being sent down.
Yes.
It needed to happen.
1,000%.
It needed to happen. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping he kicks it in gear fast. I think he's homered in back-to-back days over the weekend or something like that. Have a good week. See, maybe they bring him back up here for the Subway Series. See if he comes here with that energy, maybe feeling good, and finally gives us something. Because that's another problem too. It is these young guys. It is my guy Mark Vientos, who I argued with people all winter, all spring, and say no, he's not gonna have a sophomore jinx. He's not gonna. Well, then here we go. Here we go, and he's having exactly that.
He's
Is
having
he
the worst
partying too
sophomore
much?
jinx you
Is he
can
what?
fucking
Is he
have.
not working? I don't know what's going on, but he's been a big issue as to why this team has struggled so bad. Francisco Alvarez has been a big issue as to why this team has struggled so bad.
I
Brett
told
Beatty, when
you.
he needed to
I
fill
never
in and
believed the
do a
hype
good
in him,
job.
Hector. I told you about Alvarez. I think we sort of agreed on it. He was not, he is way overrated. From what you see and what you get at Alvarez, he's overrated.
Yeah,
Maybe he could
I'm
get it
still not
together in the
willing
minors.
to say
I
that
don't
he's
know.
overrated. He's underachieved. I'll say that. He's definitely underachieved. The injuries haven't helped him. Them not letting him get through them injuries haven't helped him. But to me, the biggest problem is Mark Vientos, man, because we saw him be a big part of the turnaround. We saw him in the playoffs perform well, which is why I said, you know what, this guy, nah, man, he's ready. Yeah, the league is gonna adjust, and he might struggle a little bit, but like always, he'll be able to come through it, and he hasn't. He came back from that injury. I think he's 1 for 11.
That's not good. Again, we are trying to win a championship. What the fuck have we done to make ourselves better? We've tried all the kids. It doesn't work. We tried Alvarez. He doesn't work. We need a third baseman. We need another bat. And we need pitching. Do your job, David Stearns, and address these issues. Try to take advantage of what you can do. We have money. Other teams don't want to pay players big money. So if you have to take on a bad contract, so be it. You guys don't care about spending money. It makes no fucking difference. There's no cap. Get the team better. Put a product on the team that we can all get by and root for, instead of this garbage that they're throwing out there every day. It's garbage.
Yeah.
They can't even hang in games anymore. Every time they go down by 2 runs, the game's fucking over. And then Mendy is using guys when we're our best fucking relievers when we're trailing. Why? What's the point? Save those guys for when we actually have a fucking lead.
You know, what is that? But you can't give up on the games either. And sometimes
I
you need guys.
understand,
Those are the only
Hector,
guys available.
but when you're down 3 runs, more than likely you're not coming back, especially in the 8th inning. And you're wasting Diaz. You wasted fucking Garrett. And they did that in the Atlanta series. We need another fucking bat. Because right now, we can't hit. Once you get to that 5-hole, it's a fucking black hole. Do what the fuck you gotta do. I don't understand. I would be on the phone 24/7 trying to make this team better. I'd call everybody. Is your third baseman available? What do you want? Okay, let's get a fucking deal. Let's put something together. Let's win some fucking games. Let's go back to the team that was 22 games over 500. We're in a fucking the abyss right now. We're floating with no direction. None. No momentum. No fucking feel-good moments. Nothing. I feel like we are just sinking, spiraling, and I don't see an end in sight. I hope I'm wrong. But the way to change that is you go out and you bring people here that can make your team better. Yeah, you got to trade some kids you like. So be it. So be it.
No. Nobody's saying feel sorry. Nobody's saying feel sorry, Frank. But you got to go out there and push the envelope.
Well,
You come up with trade scenarios all the time. So don't come tell us now that teams got to want to trade. So only the teams that you think should want to trade are going to want to trade? No, like I said
go
earlier,
out and you
go
ask
out there
every
and
team in
make a team
baseball.
feel like their best option is to trade with you, even if it isn't. This guy's
To
supposed to
me,
be this great genius, right?
we need a game changer. We need a guy that walks into that clubhouse.
I don't want to hear that game changer shit. That I don't want to hear. Don't talk to me about game changer when you went and got Juan Soto. Don't talk to me about game changer. I am tired of hearing that crap. That was a game changer.
Okay.
That was a game changer.
Well, you're telling me a guy that could go out and give you a decent fucking year, give you a decent at bat every time he gets up. That is a game changer. That is. He doesn't have to be the biggest name on the market. A guy that goes out and does his fucking job. Because at the end of that
How about some of these guys do their job? How about some of these guys do their job?
They're not going to. You don't see it? They're lost up there. They're lost.
Oh, so Francisco Lindor is not going to do his job.
I'm not talking about Francisco Lindor.
Why he's not doing his job? I'm saying some of these guys.
And Francisco Lindor deserves blame too. He's been shit.
Game changer.
We're a team that won what? 90 games last year, got the 2 games within the World Series. And what I mean by game changer, Hector, is a very simple thing. It's not a big name superstar. It's a guy that goes out and does his fucking job. Gives you quality at bats, gives you fucking good defense to above average defense, and plays the game the right way. We look like we're trotting out kids that look like they're deer lost in headlights. That's what they look like. I want a guy that comes in here that fucking gets a position, takes it for his, and says, I got you. That is a game changer. Doesn't necessarily have to be the biggest star in the world. It could be anybody. Just give me better players. God damn it.
That I can sign up with. That I can co-sign. But when you tell me game changer, it just drives me crazy.
Well, maybe it's a poor choice of word.
And everybody's not looking for this. Oh, we got to go make a big move. We got to go get a big name. We got to do this.
Well, see,
I thought we just did that.
I didn't say that.
God damn it, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
My
Eddie.
bad. My bad.
No, forget it, man. Go ahead.
No, go. I cut
No,
you
no.
off. Listen. I'm fucking crashing out right now. As you can see, my fucking air conditioning doesn't work, so I'm sweating my fucking balls off. I'm in a bad mood.
Guys, go ahead. Do your thing, bro.
No, you. I want your take. I want to know
Every time I
you.
try to speak, you interrupt me and you go on another rant, bro. I
I'm
can't
sorry.
do that.
All right, that's on me.
And then you're not listening to me. I say one thing right away. I didn't say that. I'm not saying you said that, Eddie. I don't speak to just you, bro. I'm not over here doing Knicks trades all fucking day. I'm paying attention to Mets shit. So I hear a lot of shit. So when I say, people are saying, I'm not saying you're saying it, but I am trying to have a conversation while we both rant. We're both frustrated. Everybody's frustrated, dude. We're all frustrated. I get you. And I know you've been wanting to go off for a minute. I've been having more Mets talk than you probably. I get it, man. I get it. I get it.
It's
But we can.
bottled up, and I apologize. I'm cutting you off every other sentence. That's on me. I apologize to the fans. I'm sorry. Again,
No, you can crash out our Ant right now. Not in some way to say, look what he's doing to you. Look what he's saying.
look at this. Sweat. It's not fun. It's 90
I
fucking
bet.
degrees here, and it's sweaty too.
Oh my
I still
god.
got my jacket on, so fuck you guys.
The funny thing is, what makes it hotter
Oh,
is this team. The fact that this team sucks is gonna make it even hotter in there, and continue to talk about them is gonna make it hotter in there.
driving
But
me
nah, man,
nuts.
you're absolutely right, bro. We need to change something. I'm with you, bro. That big move that everybody's talking about, you're right. It doesn't have to be for a big name. Maybe the big move is finally trading a Brett Baty. Finally trading shit. I don't even say a Mark Vientos. You know what I'm saying? And bringing in someone who's, like you said, more of a what do
Professional.
you call it? A professional. A professional. Maybe instead of having a bench of these young guys, you go out there and you get yourself a Kelly Johnson, a Juan Uribe type, and you send those guys back down to the minors to get those at bats that you've been telling us that they need.
I agree.
But
I
something
agree.
needs to happen. Something definitely needs to happen. I'm with you on that 1,000%, bro. Something definitely needs to happen. I don't want to hear about waiting for the trade deadline. I don't want to hear that another team needs to want to trade with us. We know this. We know this. We know this. Make something happen. Make something happen. You're the genius. We just talk. We're just loudmouth fans with a lot of opinions. I can't do a damn thing, but David Stearns can. You know what I'm not looking forward to?
What?
I'm not looking forward to seeing that stupid grin of his tomorrow when he does his, they're gonna put it out like they always do. David Stern's scheduled press conference before
Yeah.
the series starts, before the road trip, or before the homestand or whatever. Then he's gonna come tell us how, yeah, we believe in the guys here.
And heck, to be perfectly honest, these next 6 games don't get any easier. We got Milwaukee. They got that kid pitching against us who's he's really good. I forgot his name. Kowski, some kind of last name.
Wizarowski?
What is it?
Wizarowski.
Yeah, he's a
Wizarowski.
stud. He's a stud, and we're going to be facing him. Then we got the Yankees after that. Not easy.
But if we're the team that we think we are, if they're the team that they say they are, then you go out there and you handle business. You had your chance. You built a cushion. You pretty much destroyed that cushion. You just struggled mightily Against, yes, the Atlanta Braves, but the Atlanta Braves are what they are this year. They are another 500 team. The Pittsburgh Pirates.
That to me was the one. That was where I
So,
was like, with Atlanta, I could accept it.
so now they've given themselves no choice but to go out there now against these good teams in Milwaukee and the Yankees and win some damn ball games. You have 12 games, I think it is. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 games before the All-Star break.
You got Baltimore and Kansas City to end the first half.
Some way, somehow, you need to go figure out a way to go at least 8-4. I'm sorry. At least 8-4.
I
That's how you start to correct this crap.
I wish I could be that hopeful. I don't see it. I don't see
Yeah, I'm
it.
not saying that I'm just telling you what I need to see
Well,
happen.
we hope. We hope. We hope.
Yeah, but you're right. I don't know if I can be hopeful of it, but I guess that's the word. And yeah, I know hope is not a strategy. But as fans, that's all you can have.
Hope. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't get easier. When you're facing that kid Kobolowski or whatever the fuck his name is, I just watch that guy makes Paul Skeens look like a fucking minor leaguer. Okay? He was hitting 102 like it was nothing.
Is he another young guy that just recently got drafted and already been called up here? He's only made like
Yeah.
2 or 3 starts, right?
Yeah, bro. I watched him pitch now 2 times. I watched him on League Pass, and this guy's for real. He's for real.
Well, I'm gonna say what I always say, and for a while they were making it true. But one thing is, this is not the 27 out Mets anymore. This is not the 27 out Mets. We need the 27 out Mets back, and we don't have to beat Missorowski. We need to beat the Milwaukee Brewers. Figure out a way to play 27-ounce baseball and beat the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't give a damn what that kid does. Now, if you can beat him, even better. You go out there, you beat him, even better. But you need to figure out a way that when the ball game is over, either after 27 outs or more, you have more runs than the other team.
Hector, what would you do? Like, if you were in charge, you see it, we're watching all the games. Right now, for me, I know the pitching is bad, but I know there's hope there on the way. So you kind of got to go in house with that, whether it's Sprode or whatever. But for me, I think it's a third baseman, heck. I think you got to get a real third baseman in here. I don't know how you feel about it, though.
Again, I'm from whatever makes the team better, bro. That's where I'm at right now. Not from whatever makes the team better. I still like Vientos. I still believe in Vientos. And I think if he was hitting like he was hitting last season, he probably wouldn't have gotten into that defensive slump that he got into. Now you can tell me he's just not a good defensive player, Hector. What the hell are you watching? You're probably right. You're probably right. But if he was producing with the bat, we wouldn't be worried about his defense
No.
as much as we are. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, upgrade there, upgrade at center field. Listen, McNeil goes out there and gets them, but he's not a center fielder.
No.
Tyrone Taylor, I love him. He's a fourth outfielder.
He's a defensive replacement. Let's be perfectly honest. That's what
Yeah,
that's what he is.
he's a fourth outfielder, and he's got some big hits. He's given us some good at bats, some
Yeah.
professional at bats, but he's a fourth outfielder.
Yeah.
Just like Luis Torrens is a backup
He's a
catcher.
backup catcher.
But you know what? As I say that, I think about I had MLB Network on before, and then I switched it to the Yankee game just because I wanted to watch Scherzer a little bit.
Right,
I still
right.
haven't watched anything.
How did he pitch? How did Scherzer pitch?
I don't know. I didn't really watch. I was eating. Then we started doing the show. I haven't paid attention. I mean, they're losing 3-2 in the sixth. But when I was watching MLB Network, I noticed that Martin Maldonado. I thought this guy was out of the league. is catching for the Padres. And it reminded me that I noticed that a few days ago, and I was like, oh, snap. I thought he was out of the league.
Same.
I say that to say we focus on guys like a Luis Torrens and a Tyrone Taylor because Francisco Lindor flipped April and May to
Yeah.
June
To June.
because Brandon Nimmo, as much as I love him and as good as he's been lately, is wildly inconsistent
Extremely.
because Juan Soto, even though he had this great June, possibly maybe gets the player of the month, has not impacted winning as some people want to believe. Shoot me. I don't give a damn. We watch the games. The only one that stands out on his own is Pete Alonso. Even if you want to tell me that he's struggled lately.
He's been struggling, but
I don't know if he's been struggling. I don't know if he's been struggling.
it's
Go
just
look at the
all
numbers.
coming. It's all
Go look
coming
at the
back.
numbers and see if he's really struggling. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
No,
He
no.
just can't. He can never keep up that pace that he was on,
Right.
and we knew that.
He's not a 300 hitter. We all know that. You
And
know what
he's
I'm
still
saying?
hitting 290 something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's
Even
last.
in June, where supposedly he was slumping, he hit 295. I think it is. I was just looking at it a little while ago. Let me see. Yeah, 295 in June. A 920 OPS.
It's good.
Struggling. Juan Soto had a great month, almost a historic month, and I bet you, and I wanted to do this yesterday, but I didn't have time, Eddie, because I was gonna go because I wanted to have it specifically for this show. I was gonna go at bat by at bat in June for Juan Soto
Okay.
to see what he did when there was guys in runners scoring position, just guys on base in situations where he could have impacted the game.
Yeah. Break the game open.
Because I keep talking about this. You could go to that first Braves game where he hit the home run in the first inning, and that was great.
Solo.
They were like, okay, let's go. But in that same game, we lost. And later on in that game, with men on second and third, he had a chance to tie the game, and he
Yeah.
did nothing.
That
But
was when
people tell me,
they put the lefty against him, right? They
I don't
put
give a damn who was pitching.
yeah.
People tell me I can't complain about that because he hit a home run earlier in the game, and he's only. Are
That's
you kidding
horseshit.
me? I say this. Okay, you want to tell me that? Take that home run back in the first inning, if that's all you're gonna give me, and then hit it there, where you could have tied the game because it was 3-1. Second and third, base hit ties it. If he doesn't hit the home run early, it's 3-0. Second and third, home run ties it there. So what the hell are we talking about?
Hector.
I
That's been
think
the
I'm
biggest.
pretty sure if we go back right now, Eddie, and I was gonna do this earlier too. Since June 12th, when the debacle started on June 13th,
Right.
we won how many games? 3 games.
Three.
Right?
3-13.
If I go on those wins, who you think will have an impact on those wins more? Peter Alonso or Juan Soto? And I haven't checked this, but just at the top of my head, I can remember one game.
I would lean towards Pete Alonso.
But Juan Soto had the
Because
historic.
Soto, you could check the numbers. I'm pretty sure the majority of the home runs he's hit in June have pretty much been solo home runs.
Yeah,
You can fact
majority
check
of home runs
on
he's hit
that.
all year.
Yeah,
The
he's been
majority
hit.
of home runs he's hit all
Right,
year.
right. And
Yeah.
that's even him moving into the 3 spot. You'd think he'd get more, 2-run, 3-run homers, but it hasn't changed. Still the solo home run shit. And that's my problem with Soto. We're expecting a lot more. And yes, he's been phenomenal. Yes, he's been having somebody says he's having one of the greatest months one of the greatest months ever by a Mets player. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that. Yeah, the stats may say that, but
So in one win, when we beat the Phillies 11-4, okay, that's a game he was 4 for 5,
yeah, that was a game he
4-2
went on.
run, 4 RBIs. Lindor had 3 RBIs.
Yeah, one of our
Pete
few
Alonso,
blowout victories.
Pete Alonso actually didn't have an RBI that game. He was 2 for 4. Nemo 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, 2 for 4. But that was a game at the top of the order. I think I even done a video like we need the top of the order to get involved. We need the top of the order to step up and refuse to lose. And they did that. That's one win. The see gonna make me look bad real quick. And go ahead, talk your shit. I'm just gonna do this for the hell of it because
No,
I've been one.
just what else is there for me to talk? I hit everything that needed to be hit on the head. I believe everything I'm saying is what I believe, and it's going to take some tough decisions. It's going to take some, hardcore, discussions and debate. But you got to bring somebody in here, and if that means you got to lose a Vientos, so be it. Because again, windows don't last forever. Our window right now is open, but with the way we're playing, it's closing. You understand? We went from a team 22 games over 500, looking like I said we're going to win over 100 games. No sweat. And then to win 3 of your next 16 games? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's wrong? Besides the obvious facts. And if it's that wrong for this long, you got to make a change. Again, you know this. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. The bottom half of the order doesn't produce. We keep running these guys out there. Yeah, we'll make a change here, put Marte in one day, another guy in another day. Nothing has worked. Nothing has worked. So you go out, you get on the phone, and you start making fucking phone calls because I want to win. And I'm sick and tired of hearing about the fucking 86 Mets. I'm sick and tired of hearing about the 2015 World Series. I'm sick of it. I want to win. I want to win at all costs. And sometimes that means making some tough decisions. Well, guess what? If Mark Vientos and Mauricio cost me a really, really good third baseman, then so be it. Sign me off. Because we need more professional bats in this lineup. We scored more than 5 runs twice over the last 16 games. You can't keep a pace up like that. If you do, you're going to be very sorry, and you're going to end the season under 500. And that would be a catastrophe. A catastrophe, especially considering where we were.
Yeah, listen, that would be colossal failure. Yeah, catastrophe. I don't even want to think about that, bro. I don't even want to think about that. Because another thing is, like, yeah, we might have signed a 26-year-old Juan Soto, but everybody else is not 26 years old. That means I'm just gonna ignore you, bro. I'm just gonna ignore you. If that's what you get about what I said, again, that's on you, bro. I'm over it, man. I'm over the selective hearing, the selective reading that people do here on Twitter, on X. People read and listen to what they want to listen to. Whatever. Um, and I just lost my train of thought. Jesus, why do I even do it? Listen, man,
Because
just gotta start winning games. This team needs to be better, all from top to bottom. Carlos Mendoza needs to be better. David Stearns definitely needs to be better. Steve Cohen needs to be better with his fucking stupid tweets. They don't do it for me. And the players definitely need to be better.
the big guys, the big guns got to do better too, man. All of them. Nemo, Lindor, Soto to a degree with runners in scoring position. This guy's
Pete can't go back to swinging at them freaking balls in the dirt how he's been doing lately. And McNeil, who's been better, but could also be better. I'm still not sure I'm in love with this Lou McNeil that they're trying to build.
What do you mean?
Like the power thing, the driving the ball, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
like when
whatever
he goes
works,
to left field.
whatever works. Yeah, well, you're not gonna see much of that because they're trying to get him to pull the ball.
I don't want that. And that's why maybe this comes to the conversation of maybe taking a look at these hitting coaches and saying, hey, this ain't working. This ain't working. Maybe we need a different voice. 3-13, like I said, out of
Or
those
maybe you
16
guys need to
games.
change your approach. Yeah, either that. And that's what I said. Like when they had the team meeting, I was like, yo, there should have been another meeting. There should have been two more meetings. There should have been a meeting between David Stearns and Carlos Mendoza, where David Stearns held Carlos Mendoza accountable for some of his moves. Even for the bringing Blackburn out there. Even if I understand you want to tell me that you didn't have many options, so you were trying to squeeze another 40 pitches out of him, I get it. But maybe you should have done a little bit better. And a part of that discussion should also been, okay, what are we going to do about these hitting coaches? Are we going to get rid of them now, or do we keep them? Or you want to keep them? Okay, then we need to talk to them about their approach. And in the other meeting should have been Mendoza and Stearns talking to these hitting coaches about what the hell they're doing.
Right. Right.
Because you cannot keep going and doing all the same thing. You just can't.
No.
And if you don't want to fire these guys, because they're
Reassign
hard
them.
to replace, or
Reassign them.
because you believe in them, or whatever the case may be, you still need to hold them accountable.
They need to be held accountable. That's why I'd say I would, me personally, I don't know how you feel about this. I'll get your take after I'm done. Me personally, clean house. Get rid of these two guys. And if you don't want to fire them, fine. Reassign them. Chavez has done other things with the Mets. Reassign him to whatever the fuck he did before this. And then the other guy, what's his name? The other hitting coach?
Barnes.
Barnes.
There's like two more though. I think there's another guy
Yeah. I'm sure there is.
that we don't even know about
But
too much about. But I mentioned him before. I forget the name.
I'd be tempted to bring somebody from outside the organization just to
But
get a
that's the thing
different
too, Eddie. To me, it's not just fire Chavez. You fire them both. You
Correct.
fire them both.
I agree. Because it's on both.
And remember when we did the show before, and we went through all the numbers, and they were much worse when Jeremy Barnes was by himself as the hitting coach.
Right.
Jeremy Barnes is the one that comes up with the strategy and how they're gonna do this game by
First
game.
pitch and all this
Jeremy
bullshit.
Barnes is the one that's implemented and try to change Brandon Nimmo into a power hitter. That's Jeremy Barnes. Because as much as people want to kill Eric Chavez, and I'm here telling you that something needs to change, when I hear Eric Chavez speak the little times that I do, I don't hate what he's saying. I agree with a lot of his philosophies on hitting. But it's not working.
Exactly. That's it. That's the bottom line right there, what you just said. It's not working.
At least not consistently. Consistently. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They go through their spurts or whatever, I guess, but not consistently. It's not working.
Heck. This lineup was supposed to be one of the top 5 lineups in baseball. What are we? We're bottom 5 in almost every category. We need to make a change. And I think it's more drastic than just firing hitting coaches. I think you need different players. But why don't we start there? Because you know what? The last time we had a show, what did we say? Let's give these guys to the middle of June. Well, now it's the end of June. They've had their time to succeed. They failed. Goodbye. That's my take. Goodbye. It's been fun.
Yeah. I agree. I don't know what much more we can add, Eddie. We just need this team to start winning, man. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know how these pitchers can be better, but they need to be better. I mean, throw strikes. For one, throw strikes. Can we stop nibbling? Can we stop nibbling? Can we stop as hitters looking at strikes right down the freaking middle and swinging at garbage? If you want to swing first pitch and early in the count, especially first pitch, can you swing at a hitter's pitch instead of a pitcher's pitch?
Right. Right. They're swinging
Because
on
that has a lot
balls.
to do with it too. It's okay to have controlled aggression, but you can't be an idiot up there. It doesn't mean you got to swing as soon as you're walking out the dugout, Ronnie Mauricio. It doesn't mean that you swing at every first pitch slider that they throw you, Mark Vientos. And then when you get a fastball, you'll miss it.
Because they're behind.
Limo,
Yeah.
Francisco Lindor. Because they all do it. Swing early in the count, miss the fastball, foul it off, or some stupid crap, or pop up, or hit weakly on a freaking off-speed pitch.
Yeah. Infield flies.
So when Mendoza, and listen, we need to execute better. I agree. Well, start doing it. Start doing it already. Stop telling me and start doing it. Because I'm also tired of hearing Carlos Mendoza about, yeah, we know we're going to get it done. When? When are you going to get it done? When? Because I'm tired of waiting. Tired of waiting.
Fucking fuming, man. Well, the 69 jersey, is that it in honor of the 69 Mets, Heck?
Nah, I mean, not really. I was like, you know what? I don't have nothing 86 besides Daryl and Gary
Was
Carter.
that a giveaway? Was that a giveaway?
This is a giveaway. I kind of got a lot of my in the summertime. I keep a lot of the shirts and stuff in the car, so that way I'm always ready to go to a game.
Oh, when you go to the stadium, that's smart.
So I just gotta go in my trunk and just pull something out.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. And
I like the jersey. I like it.
Let me put something on positive at least. A championship team.
Yeah.
Guys, on it.
A miracle team.
Right. Well, we thought we almost had a miracle team last year. Before we get out of here, listen to this last clip. I wanted to listen to a few more things, but I didn't really have them ready. But to Mendoza, and like I'm just saying, I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm just tired of hearing this, man.
Same.
And I love the guy. I think he's gonna be real good. I still think he's gonna be.
Yeah, I like Mendy. I like him.
But I'm tired of this narrative right here. Tired of it.
Carlos, this has obviously been a rough month and a rough stretch here, these 13 straight games. How badly do your guys need the day off tomorrow, and what do you hope they take out of it?
Yeah, it's frustrating, and we are all frustrated, obviously. I'm not going to lie. We're better than that, and they know that. It's a tough stretch, but we got to be better. It starts with me.
Every day we're better than that, and they know that. Every day, I felt like I heard that.
Yeah, it starts with me.
Well, that I don't know if you heard much, which is right. It does start with him. I just said it a little while ago. You said it. Everybody did. There's people that want him fired. It does start with him. He needs to be better as well. But I'm tired of hearing
we believe in those guys. Off day tomorrow, and then we got another good team coming into town. And the Brewers, they're playing well. So we got to bring our best game. Like I said, continue to support the guys, but obviously we're not happy about it.
Carlos, this is.
At least he recognizes. But at the end of the day, just gotta go out there and do it, man.
You gotta go out there and start winning, man. You gotta win. That's the only thing that cures this is winning. That's it.
Well, Eddie, before I crash out on the comments.
I don't think you crashed out at all. I crashed out.
No. But if I don't want to. So on that note, and I do got to get out of here. We already got a little bit over what I needed to go. But good stuff as always, brother. It's been a minute.
Sorry, I overtalked you and
no.
Don't let you talk. I apologize to you.
Let it go, bro. Let it go. Don't worry about it. Worry about it. That shit. Sometimes I'm too sensitive. How about that?
No. I was way out of pocket, bro. way out of pocket. But
Nah, that's what
understand
that's
it's
fucking
been
team.
built up rage. So, you know.
You good, bro? I think this team is start winning, man. I wanna, I wanna not have things to talk about because it's like things are so good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You wish.
I want to come in here and have a good time. You know, I
Same.
want to come in here and be able to celebrate Juan Soto's great month of June. I can't do that. I'm sorry, because I'm about team success, not individual success. My
Agreed.
bad.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm sorry, man, but
I'm sorry too.
it's 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 not fun. And I'm just gonna give you the real. I'm gonna tell you how we feel, how I feel at the moment. Eddie's gonna tell you how he feels at the moment. It doesn't mean that we've quit on this team, that we don't believe in this team, that you know what I'm saying? We may go through bad moments where it's like, damn, you guys see my post, those of you that are on X, where I'm like, this team sucks. This team makes me sick. I can't stand to watch them. But guess what? First pitch, guess who's right back there?
Right. Of
Even when I can't watch it live, I go back and watch on the replay.
course.
You know? But just start winning, man. Get healthy eventually, but start just figuring out a way to win.
Yeah.
Whether
You
that
gotta
be outscoring another team, whatever it may be, you know?
you gotta stop the bleeding. That's really what this comes down to. But if it continues, Hector, then they gotta. I even think no matter what, if it continues or not, I still think you got to go out and make this team better. We're all in, dude. We're all in. We're here. Go for it. Stop being scared. The front office should not be scared to take chances. Take chances and let's go. Let's fucking win. Enough is enough.
um, I don't know, Danger. I don't know about Eddie, but right now it will take a lot more than what's happened. Now, I will tell you this, and I've been saying this as well. I've said it in my recaps and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I've been working on something lately, so I've had to work extra hours,
Of course.
certain hours, and you know I gotta make it work the way I make it work. So I've
Right.
been coming out extremely early in the morning. Tonight, I wanted to go back out because I came home a little bit early today,
Right.
but I don't know if I'm gonna go back out because I was confused. I don't know why until the Yankees were home. They're not home, so it might not be worth it. But the point is, I've
That's a
been getting up.
summer night.
I've been getting up extremely. Yeah, that's why I might do it. I've been getting because I'm playing softball tomorrow, so it's complicated. But I've been getting up extremely early, 3 in the morning, out in the streets by 3:30, 4 in the morning. So I've come home, and if I don't have a chance to take a quick nap, a lot of times because of the way that they've been playing, I'm not making an effort to stay up.
Right.
So instead of sitting here and watching the game, where even if I'm like this, I'm still up, like oh my gosh, and fighting. No, I'll go lay down and I'll knock the hell out. But I have so much bad luck, Eddie and everybody, that even when I fall asleep, I gotta wake up to watch Brazobar melt down.
Mm.
I gotta wake up to watch Reed Garrett melt down. I don't fall asleep the whole time.
Right.
I gotta wake up and still go through the misery live.
Well,
And then
I'm
I
here with
still
you.
go back
If it makes you feel
and
any
I
better.
still go back and watch, Eddie. You know, because at the same time, I do this, right? I do my recaps. I can't come out here talking nonsense if I'm not watching these games.
Right. Of course.
So I still go back and watch. But man, even then, sometimes it becomes hard.
Yeah. When they're throwing the ball over the place, when they're striking out, getting called strike threes, and you're fucking throwing the ball 10 feet over the catcher's head, when you misjudging plays in the outfield to 1 out, second and third, and you pop fly in the infield. Yeah, it gets so fucking sick and tired after a while. You know, when you got that run on third base with 1 out and you can't get the sacrifice fly, yeah, it starts taking its toll mentally.
Yep,
And that's
yep.
the biggest part for me is the mental.
Danger Zone. Is that you, Connor? No, that can't be you. That's not you, right? I don't think that's the name of your Jets, but you just mentioned your Jets channel, and I think you got a lot more. But I appreciate the plug, man. I appreciate the push to tell the people to subscribe. I finally just got over 400. I would like to get to 500. Um, but yeah, that would be nice. Uh,
I feel like
Eddie,
I, I feel like it was very therapeutic for me, Hector. I'm very
absolutely, that's the point.
relaxed right now.
That's the point. Maybe that's what Mania needs to do. Maybe that's what he needs to do is come out of Central Park and play catch with your boys
There
so he
you
can get his
go.
shit
There you go.
together.
Maybe you'll see.
um,
You never know, right?
Eddie, let me say something real quick, and I'm scared to even say because I don't want to get you off on this, and I don't want to have this conversation.
Okay.
But Frank made this comment.
Could
He
be
says
worse.
could be worse.
Uh,
Look at the Knicks. Let me tell you something, Eddie, right now. I keep seeing now that Mike Brown might be the favorite
oh, I hope
for,
not.
for the head coaching job. If the Knicks do some dumb crap, like go hire Mike Brown and then go try to trade for LeBron James and try to some stupid reunion or some crap, like I see some people suggestion, that might be the end of my Knicks fandom because that will make me sick to the ultimate level. It's bad enough you're gonna try to bring this guy in here as a coach, but to go and get LeBron James now at this point,
No.
what
The
the
only
hell are we doing? What
the,
are we doing? It's the
the,
same old Knicks
yeah,
chasing nonsense.
yeah.
And that's why I was so frustrated this year. You know how I felt about this season, Eddie.
Right.
I got my peoples in my group chat talking shit to me. Do this. And you guys really gonna think I'm not a freaking Knicks fan. And I will tell you I'm not a Knicks fan anymore. I'm sorry, Tony, if you're still watching. And thank you for reposting the show. I saw your comment earlier. Call me a casual if you want. But the Knicks, beyond make me sick. Beyond make me sick. For over 20 freaking years. And when we finally thought they was turning it around, they go ahead and they do this nonsense. And I wasn't one that was going crazy about firing Tom Thibodeau. But damn, everybody that said that they have no plan, they're right. Because if you was going to go after Jason Kidd, you better be sure you freaking had him.
They ain't getting
Even
him.
if he was tampering or whatever the hell it took.
They ain't getting Kid. They ain't
The
getting.
Knicks make me fucking sick.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even want to think about them. Do you know how much better the NBA's gotten today?
Sucks, man.
Yeah.
What do we got to look at? What are we going to look forward to if these guys don't get it together?
Jordan
The
Clarkson.
Giants?
That's what they're gonna get.
The Jets, whoever's a Jets fan? I'm telling you, I'm about to stop watching sports altogether, bro.
Bro, there's days where I feel like that.
Cat for LBJ. Oh my
No,
gosh.
thank you.
Let's close this shit out before we really
Yeah.
go nuts.
I can't do the next, bro. I'm gonna have a heart attack right there. I can't.
Dodo says we need a Mets next talk. Mets next talk. I've been actually wanting to do a blood thoughts. I think I told Eddie, but I wanted to have my guy Tony on the blood thoughts. So I could have some Mets next talk with him. I wanted to do that during the playoffs. I don't know if Tony's watching again. He doesn't know this. But
We can always get Tony on. Tony would be happy.
I know. I'm pretty sure I can. I just haven't had the time. I haven't had the time.
Yeah.
And then I've been so disgusted, right, with the Knicks.
Heck,
But Tony's all over it. So you know what I'm saying? I can have.
Let's try to do this more often. Because waiting on what do we
haven't had off days. We played like 13 games in a row. That's really what happened.
Right.
And then all the games were at night. You know what I'm saying? No night, no day games until yesterday.
Even if we got to make it like a 6 o'clock pregame or something, let's do it. Because I'm all in on now on the Knicks. Now that on the Mets. Now that the Knicks season's like done and the trades, like everything's pretty much done now. They're gonna have their team and maybe they'll make a move. But if you want, of course, up to you. This is probably an up-to-air conversation. But if you want, I'm ready to go full on.
There's no up there, nothing, but we do everything like that. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you want, what I'm saying, like the people.
No, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. I was gonna say maybe we should, but Friday will be tough. It's first of all, it's an early game.
Yeah,
I know early is tough for you. We play, I think, at 3 o'clock on Friday or something like that.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
probably
Well,
be happy.
that's when I'm working in the afternoons. You know, I work
Yeah,
at night, and then I work.
and it's July 4th, you know, because it'd have been nice
Oh,
to do before the Subway Series, you know what I'm saying? But
I can always hop
I'll
on like a pregame, something like that, like at 3 o'clock or something like that. Yeah.
I think the game is at 3 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd have to. I guess I'd have to. We'll
yeah,
see.
but we'll see.
It's
Yeah, we'll talk about that up there.
all fair conversation.
Yeah.
But yo,
All right, bro.
appreciate everybody that came through. The chat was lit. My Twitter
Yeah,
was
the
lit.
chat has their own conversation.
Yeah.
I try to get them involved, but after a while, I lost track. They have their own conversation, those guys. But it's great. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
And again,
But no, man, good stuff. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to the 600 plus, probably one on my channel and then everybody else on Eddie. But it's okay. You're here anyways.
as long as they're here, it
um,
doesn't matter how.
but yeah, those of you on the YouTube, appreciate you guys. Those of you, saying subscribe and all that, appreciate you guys. Um, Listen again. The team is gonna dictate the way that we feel the content that we put out. We're not gonna BS you.
Nope.
I'm not gonna give you expected numbers. None of that. I'm gonna give you reality,
Same
results,
here.
what happened,
Same
and
here.
that's what Eddie's gonna do. That's why it's called Mess Talk Unfiltered.
Yep.
That's what my stuff is called, Blunt Thoughts. Like I said, nothing against anybody, but if you want to hear, anyways, you come here, you know what you come for. Other than
Exactly.
that, have a good night, everybody. Eddie, your last words. We keep saying
Appreciate
we're gonna get out of
everybody.
here.
If I don't see you guys, please everybody have a happy and safe July 4th weekend. Big weekend coming up. Hope everybody enjoys your days off. All right. Let's go fucking Mets. All right. Let's start winning. Start fucking winning, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me double down on that, man. Be safe over the holiday, man. We know this can be a very dangerous holiday. Do what you do, have fun, be responsible.
Exactly.
Be responsible.
Watch those
Let's do that,
fireworks.
baby. Yeah, I didn't want to go there, but
Watch those
definitely watch
fireworks.
those fireworks. Appreciate it, man. Thanks everybody for all the compliments about the good show and all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night, everybody. Let's go, Mets.
Let's go
Peace.
Mets.